and get the beefing with me on Twitter because I blocked you. We were just cool before I blocked you. And then I didn't block you just because. I blocked you because I realized you went through my phone. Because give me your phone. Let me start deleting your phone. Let me delete that we just made.
Yo, there are some new updates in the Chrisean Rock and Blueface never-ending drama. And let me tell you, it's a hot mess because Chrisean is out here claiming she and Blue made a private tape just weeks after she gave birth. Meanwhile, Blue recently got engaged to his other baby mama, Jaidyn Alexis. But Chrisean is claiming it's just a publicity stunt because the ring Blue gave to Jaidyn was meant for her. But there's a lot more mess where that came from. So let's dive into the details. So for those of you who might not be up to date or perhaps have lost track due to the chaos of it all, this most recent drama started when Blueface proposed to Jaidyn Alexis. Blueface and Jaidyn go way back to middle school, and they have a 7-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter together. But see, things have been rocky between them in the past, to say the least. Blue has been out here publicly stepping out on their relationship and putting her through some serious embarrassment for the past 2 years. And of course, Blue's ex Chrisean Rock was in the middle of this mess the whole time. So when Blueface popped the question to Jaidyn, a lot of people had mixed feelings about the timing of the proposal because just a couple of weeks before, Blueface was venting on the internet about how Jaidyn was a hater. It almost seemed like the proposal was a move to incite jealousy in Chrisean. Then there's also the aspect of securing the bag since Jaidyn signed a deal with Columbia Records. Meanwhile, Blueface also seemingly threw some shade at Chrisean on Twitter, saying, "I got somebody who ain't never been with nobody else. Can't nobody say they ever had my wife. I won." But of course, Chrisean wasn't going to let that slide. She took to Instagram Live to give her 2 cents on Blueface's proposal to Jaidyn and said the whole thing looks like a publicity stunt. But that's not all, she said. Chrisean also claimed that the ring Blueface initially bought was meant for her, not Jaidyn.
Oh, damn well, that was my ring. Man, people be trolling, right? And I don't troll for real. I just got receipts and I be telling the truth. So, and then I'm ready to say something else, but it's no need to say that. Y'all already know. Come on now. If you know I ain't responding, it's because that's the crazy. That's just. I think honestly, can I be honest? I think that whole shit was probably a publicity stunt. Because that same day, I mean, I feel like I don't even have to say that because that's mine. Long story short, don't believe the internet. Like a lot of them is trolling right now. They're trying to take advantage of the limelight and.
Now, obviously, fans were torn about whether to believe Chrisean or not. But then again, it's Blueface we're talking about, so anything is possible. So anyway, a few days later when Jaidyn showed off her engagement ring, some fans noticed that it seemed rather small for her fingers and caused her fingers to turn purple. This led many to believe that Chrisean might have been right all along, and Blueface proposed to Jaidyn with Chrisean's ring. But while the internet was still buzzing with Blueface's proposal and the ring debacle, Chrisean dropped another bombshell of her own and claimed she's pregnant again with Blue's child.
What's your plans to have more kids? Do you want more kids in the future?
I always knew I wanted to be a mom. I always knew I wanted to have 12 kids. So one down, one on the way, and what's the last? 10 to go.
And since Blue didn't respond, it added some credibility to her claim, as he's not one to keep quiet if he thinks someone is spreading falsehoods about him. Chrisean later went on live and said she and Blueface still meet up on the regular to have unprotected relations. And apparently they continued having these encounters even after Blueface proposed to Jaidyn. Now, Chrisean later took to Twitter to express her regret over her encounters with Blueface, pointing out that Blue didn't even acknowledge their son. She wrote, "I really had to take a step back because still giving a part of me to him is effed up to my son. How I let a man that don't want to be a father to my son still nut in me. Man, this dude tested me today and I almost fell for this. Like, what the F am I doing for real? I'm looking at my son like, hold up, cut the immature selfish out. Ugh, y'all, I'm disappointed with myself right now. Hey, Blue, go F yourself. Stop hitting me, bruh. Go find another B to cream on you. Plus, homie, that shit is unsafe and unsanitary. You gon' F around and get HIV the way you move. But just moments later, Chrisean shared another tweet saying it's not that easy to say no to Blueface because he's her soul tie. She wrote, telling him no today was a step, but god damn it, how the F you get rid of a soul tie? But y'all, Jason Lee decided to join the chat after this, and things escalated even further. So Jason invited Chrisean to his show, and she spilled the beans about hooking up with Blueface just days after he appeared on the show. She also revealed that their encounter was unprotected and had occurred while she was still experiencing postpartum bleeding.
It had been 6 weeks postpartum.
I know, and why did you have six?
It wasn't that. It was just like,
You just
he was
can't
like, Chrisean,
stop.
I said, I'm still bleeding. I said, you want bloody pussy, Blue? He like, on crib. I'm like,
Wait, can we stop there? A Crip wanting bloody pussy. That's too much. The Crip and blood.
Excuse me, what? That's probably one of the most messed up things I've ever heard, but sadly, it's not even shocking anymore to hear stuff like this from Chrisean. Now, Blueface did not take Chrisean's interview well, and he called her out on Twitter for playing the victim. He wrote, "Of course I watched the BS. It's all about me. I'm literally watching an adult say they was loyal, riding for me, but playing me the entire time at the same time. I lost brain cells trying to make that make sense. The way I see it, all parties involved were adults, fully aware of their actions and accepting of what's happening. Nobody denied knowingly and willingly participating after all the train of events. So acting dumb / playing dumb / victim / survivor sounds dumb when it's all said and done." In response, Chrisean went live on Instagram to expose Blueface for their intimate encounter in Miami, and she also accused him of deleting their messages from that day while she was asleep, leaving her without proof.
and get the beefing with me on Twitter because I blocked you. We were just cool before I blocked you. And then I didn't block you just because I blocked you because I realized you went through my phone. Because give me your phone. Let me start deleting out your phone. Let me delete that save we just made. Like, let me. Like, boy, stop bitch. He ate the receipt game, so he deleted all my receipts. Something wrong with y'all.
But Blueface fired back, asking her to post the receipt and said, "Post the receipts. Make sure you post time and dates. We want receipts, not no coupons." Well, Chrisean actually managed to retrieve all the deleted messages, and she posted screenshots of her conversations with Blueface from just the other day. In one message, she asks for his room number, and he explains that his phone died and wishes her a good night as she might be out partying. And later, he sends her his room number. But Blueface insisted that Chrisean had been the one stalking him and trying to force a meetup. He said, "Y'all want to know the real tea? She followed me to Miami, stayed in the same hotel as me. She know I only stay at Fontainebleau. Found out I was at the party from Bobby Light's messy ass, so she came and she got the section next to mine. Walks in and tried to come stand with me like we cool. I politely declined. She started crying, ran to the bathroom and gave her pendant away, and I left. End of story." Blue also claimed that Chrisean was lying about them still hooking up and wrote, "Me and Rock don't have I don't know why she keeps saying that, other than to make Jaidyn mad. Somebody around her should tell her it don't even sound cool saying that, and then saying he ain't do none for your baby. So he ain't get your baby Pampers, but you still letting him F you? That don't even sound like the truth. Nobody is that stupid." Obviously, her saying we still F keeps her clout-chasing storyline. But y'all, the story didn't even end there, because Chrisean is now claiming that Blue has a private tape on his phone that they recorded when they hooked up 6 weeks after she gave birth. But Blue later clapped back at Chrisean on Twitter and said she's showing signs of mental illness, complaining about being a single parent, but wanting another kid with the alleged same person as your first child has to be a sign of mental illness, he tweeted. And I mean, he's got a point there. And a lot of people on social media are saying Chrisean needs a psychological intervention ASAP, because none of this mess is funny anymore. One fan said, "I really do believe that Chrisean is a baby that resulted from her mother's drug crack addiction. It's a shame that she was doing so well in life until she went on Blue Girls Club and started fighting. Everything went downhill from there. SMH." And another one wrote, "As a therapist, there is so much childhood trauma here and learned behavior." When she said, "Put the money behind a man," he used putting her out to control and shame her. She cries randomly because there's hurt there. And you can tell when she said she thought if she loved him, he would F with her for real. She thought giving love means you get love back the same. It's unfortunately not the case. I think she would thrive with therapy. But let me know know how you feel about this. Do you think there's any hope Chrisean will leave Blueface once and for all? Or is this mess just gonna continue until someone gets hurt? Comment down below and then check out this next video.